What's up guys, Bloodshed here, bringing you a leveling guide for Diablo 3 patch 2.6.1 and most notably season 12. Now, this has been a long time coming. I've been waiting on putting this off to the last minute. It's pretty much the same leveling strategy we've been doing every season, except for there's a few major changes. So what I'm going to do is walk through the entire leveling process of what I'm going to do. By no means is it the fastest way. This is just what I'm gonna do as a mix of chillness, a mix of efficiency, and solo. I was getting about 2.5 hour level 70s, and in a group we're around the 2 hour mark. So I would imagine if you were actually a try hard and efficient type of group, you can easily crack 2 hours, and you know what I mean, have materials and all that stuff left over. So let's go ahead and get started with the process. So the first step on a new season is you want to make a seasonal toon, and let's go ahead and do that. So let's pretend we went through here, made our character. We're going to log into adventure mode, and we're just going to log in on normal at first. It's not a big deal, and we're going to just make sure we grab our follower weapon. We want the game to know that this is our seasonal character. We're here. Notice us, senpai. So let's go over here to the Templar. Now the acts do rotate all the time. So right now the bonus act or whatever, it's 3, but it could be any act, right? So just run to the Templar, grab his weapon or scoundrel, depending on which class you're playing, I suppose. So in this scenario, I'm gonna grab the Templar weapon. One notable thing you can do is you can, while you're here, you can actually grab everything and you can actually salvage this stuff. So you can grab everything if you like. After you equip the Templar's weapon, go ahead and log out, like so. And then what we're going to do from here, whether you're solo or in a group, you're going to want to do the week's challenge rift. So hopefully at this point, you have not completed the challenge rift for season 12 for this week. Go to game settings, go to challenge rift. It's really easy this week. It's just a witch doctor. There's also like breakdowns on Reddit. People already analyzed the rift. Super easy to complete. You can complete it right away. Go through, do your challenge rift. Once that's complete, log back onto your seasonal character. This time we're gonna start the game on master difficulty. So I'm gonna go to master difficulty and log in, like so. Now I don't have I don't want to do my challenge rift for the week, but I can actually show you what it looks like. So we have a little screen grab right here. So at this point, if you have blood shards to roll, make sure to open up your bag. It's gonna look like this on the screen. You can see we have 10 DBs, we have gold. This is what the new challenge rift bag looks like, okay? Not every class is gonna wanna roll blood shards right away. Like for me, I'm gonna be playing wizard. I'm not gonna roll my blood shards to level 27 because that's the most optimal to get a mantled heal, okay? If you're curious on what you wanna roll with your blood shards at level 1, by all means, check out, I have a bunch of starter videos that cover recommendations for every single class. If you don't wanna be bothered with this step, you can actually just do it at 70. It's totally fine. This is just what I found to be the most fun, most intriguing. So roll your blood shards if need be. At this point, you can also go through and unlock your blacksmith all the way. I'm going to go ahead and minimize this here. At this point, you can go ahead and maximize your blacksmith. It only costs 1 DB. Remember, we're getting 10. And you can also run over here and maximize your... We'll probably leave the gem alone for now. We'll maximize our Miriam, right? Our artisan over here. Our mystic, I'm sorry. I couldn't think of the word. Maximize our mystic. It costs no DBs. So you'll be left with 9 Death's Breath. So you can actually cube 1 weapon while leveling as long as you go get the cube, right? Act 3, Ruins of Seshron to go get the cube. You can do that as well. But we're level 1. We have our follower weapon. Now we're going to go kill a boss bounty. Okay, so we're going to look for a boss bounty. There's some popular ones. Magda, no boss bounty. Zoltan Cool, no boss bounty. Another good one is Asmodan, and luckily we got Asmodan. It's pretty cool. Those 3 bosses in particular are really good because they have ads, and they're not too far of a run. Okay, so typically you want Zoltan because he's the quickest run there is. Magda's not bad. She has lots of ads. Oh my god, double goblins, man. I mean, it's only level 1, so yeah. If you get a goblin, go ahead and kill it. It's worth the materials. Right now we're in the double goblin bounty weekend, or week-ish, midweek madness. So, dang, look at all these ads, man. This might be a problem. You might have to kill something along the way, huh? This flame cannon might get me. All right. Well, we got to die in every video, so I should have just took it right there. And we let 2 odious collectors escape. Throw them back for season 12. I would probably pop this on the way. Like I said, this is not the most ideal run, but this is definitely viable for sure, just because it's not as crazy long. You could also run to the butcher, or if you guys know any boss bounties, you can definitely put them in the description down below. But you don't want to kill too much. The reason why you don't want to kill anything along the way is because we have a follower weapon, and the game doesn't scale well the first few levels of the game. So like we're actually way stronger, even though we're on master difficulty, we're actually way stronger than the bosses, okay? So we're going to do the boss bounty. The reason why there has to be a bounty attached to the boss is because we get a diabolic horde chest, which is going to give us like items and things like that after we kill it. In addition, if there's ads, we're going to level up off the ad, and then that explosion of a level up is going to attack Azmodan. So I'm just going to kind of auto attack him here, and hopefully he spawns ads. I'm not trying not to die to this thing right here. So we're already doing insane damage to him, so if we don't get the ads, it doesn't actually matter. Don't die. Okay, so like for instance, you can kill this dude. Well, not enough ads. I actually haven't run Azmodan in a while, so this is great practice for me on a new season. So I might just want to DPS him here now. We're level 1. Actually, we're not getting any XP out. That's good to know. Just DPS the ads. This is actually great for us to know. So you just want to just burst Azmodan down. Like I said, he's the worst boss out of the 3 to get. But there we go. Instantly, we got level 3. We got 2 items. Yeah, man, we were getting no XP from Azmodan. That's very interesting. So with Magda and Zoltan, you definitely get XP when you kill the ads. That's a good thing to know. You can see all these yellows we got. So we got like a little weapon. Most of the time, you're going to get a weapon of some sort. Get a little decked out in gear right before the leveling process. From here, I'm just going to jump straight. I'm going to go to Act 1 because it's more efficient. It's closer for all the things. I'm going to just jump right into regular rifts. But at level 7, you want to look for rings. At level 10, you want to look for amulets. And all the different vendors in all the towns have their own ring and amulet vendor. And they're called fence vendors. Okay, so every town has their own. I'm going to run over here and kind of show you what that looks like. But yeah, so you want to drop it from here. I would drop it to either hard or normal, right? It depends on your group comp and your clear speed and all that stuff. So yeah, these fence vendors right here will have it available at level 7 or level 10. You want to look for things with plus damage on them. So it'll have like 1 to 2 damage, 1 to 3 damage, things like that. The plus damage variety is what you want. At this point, you pretty much are just going to keep doing rifts. Now, optionally, at level 21 or 22, you can do a round of bounties for the cane set. Probably the most optimized way would be to do bounties based off of the one you completed earlier. So if you did this boss bounty, then you only have to do 4, either solo or as a group, to try to get the cane set. If you get the cane set, you craft it, you get bonus XP. But typically, Act 1 is the fastest bounties, right? So we don't have a lot of movement speed abilities in the 20s. It's just, you know, you're kind of slow, so it's up to you to make that judgment call. I probably won't be going for a cane set, but the option's there for sure. At that point, you just want to level to 40. When you hit level 40, this is really important. Okay, I'm just going to do this at level 3 or whatever I am, just to kind of show you guys. So this is what's different with this season as opposed to other seasons. Since we have DBs in the challenge rift bag, we're able to unlock the blacksmith like we talked about earlier. Okay, so what you want to do is craft a level 70 item with reduced level requirements so you can equip it earlier than level 70, right? So let's craft a level 70 weapon. In almost every case, a staff just seems to be the best. For whatever reason, staves, level 70 stave, right? Well, Crusaders can't use staves, but I'll go ahead and craft one anyway to show you. Staves typically roll with some sort of crowd control ability on them. So this one has 4% chance to freeze on hit. Blood, why does it matter if it has freeze on hit or whatever? Let's go ahead and show you. So if you go here to freeze on hit, there's all these things, right? All these options. Slow, immobilize, knockback, freeze, blind, stun, fear, all that stuff, right? So if you leave that on the weapon, if you leave the crowd control on the weapon and you roll the other thing off, you can see that there's only 4 possible outcomes. Okay. Life on hit, monster hit kills grant XP, ignore durability loss, reduce level requirement. You have a 1 in 4 chance to actually get reduced level requirement. You can get up to 30, which means you can equip a level 70 weapon at level 30, right? Basic math. Now, if the weapon has life on it, like life on hit, you can actually only have 3 options here. So you can actually lower it even further. So I'm going to go ahead and roll this now. I didn't get it on that one. You don't want to roll more than 5. I got an 11 banger here. Because then the cost starts to go up a little bit more. Starts to go up considerably. So I would probably roll about 5 or so. And then just go make another one. And I've done this many, many times. And it has worked out almost every single... It worked out every single time. Not almost. It worked out every single time. We had plenty of materials left over. And things like that. So since I'm a Crusader, I'll probably roll a polearm. We have immobilized on hit, so we're going to roll off the secondary affix, the other one, the secondary. And you can see here we got reduced level requirement by 28. So around 5 or 6 rolls or something like that. So we can equip this weapon at 42. If you don't get it, if you can actually roll this at level 1, or you can wait till level 40 to open up your bag and do all this stuff. I'm undecided about what the best is. I think you might as well just open it right away. That way you have money to buy whatever rings and amulets you need. You know what I mean? Craft whatever items you need. There's pretty much crafting materials. This is all free, right? Just by saving your challenger bag, this is all just free for the whole season. So for demon hunters, I'd roll a spear and just use chakram. It's a low cost spender. For crusaders, I'd use a spear. For every other class possible, I'd probably use the staff. I just feel like I get that more often, like the reduced level requirement and the crowd control as a secondary on all the other items. So I hope you understand. I hope I didn't like jumble it too much, but this is basically why we're doing it. This is basically the new strategy. From this point, okay, you're gonna level till you get to use this weapon. You can see it's a crazy damage increase. Okay, so as soon as you equip this weapon, what you want to do is you want to set the game to Torment 6, log out, log back in on T6, and do 1 complete rift. Okay, through our testing, we've done this many times. It's going to take you from like the low 40s, right? So in this case, I can equip this at level 42. It's going to take you from about 42 to 52 to 55. Like 1 rift will take you like 10 to 15 levels, okay? After you complete that T6 rift, drop it immediately down to T3 and stay on T3 to about 65. Drop it as needed. Around level 65, I dropped it to T2. Around 68, I dropped it to T1, but I never had to go lower than T1. Okay? There's a lot of other tips like red gems in your weapon and helmet while leveling. You don't have a lot of crit, so using a crit damage weapon, a socket in your weapon isn't going to help, but a plus damage like we talked about earlier is definitely going to help, right? The plus damage is going to give you that raw damage on your weapon, or if you want to use thorns, I guess you could do that as well. The red gem in your helm also gives you that 33% XP boost or whatever. I mean, you won't have a marquee gem, but yeah, that as well. If you find a rainbow goblin, if you do decide to do bounties, you can get imperial gems from the clouds, those little clouds. You can get them as low as level 1 if you get a rainbow goblin. It's super rare, but if you do see a rainbow, if you got to lower the difficulty, whatever you got to do, kill that rainbow goblin, have all your friends come help you. It's a crazy damage increase. Getting imperial gems while you're leveling is a lot of XP and damage. Really awesome to get that. Keep your weapons actually leveled. So at level 8, you can craft your 2-handed axe. It's the first upgrade that you get, your first major craft update. And then there's weapons, some notable levels I added. 8, 15, 26, 33, 37. After 37, you should be getting your level 70 weapon and you're good the rest of the way. Yeah, but that's about it as far as leveling and the strategy. Just do that to 70. Once you hit 70, then you want to, start doing your progressional stuff. I have videos on that. So full starter guides, videos on every class. I'll put a link in the description to like a playlist for every single class so you guys can kind of see what I decided to do and craft your own leveling process. And like I said, by no means is this the best way or the most efficient, or massacre bonuses are probably better. If you're curious about massacre bonuses, there's some great YouTube videos of people soloing 1 to 70 and all that stuff. So yeah, man, this is what I'm going to do. And I thought I would share it with all of you fine people. I'll put a little Imager link in the description as well if you just want to see the text form on launch night. I'll also include like the leveling, like each class's 1 to 70 build recommendations. But you know, if you get a multiplier while leveling, so I have blood shards right here, right? So if you get any kind of multiplier while leveling, oh, see right here, I just rolled shields on a level 3 Crusader, and I got 2 Johanna shields, right? So if you get a multiplier, then you would just use Bless Hammer, because Bless Hammer is going to give you a damage increase. And you can use this the whole way while leveling. It's okay if you have a level 16 item at level 60. Doesn't matter, you're getting the crazy big multiplier from it, 225, right? You're getting that multiplier from it. If it bothers you, you can always put it in the cube. Like I said, you'll have, after the blacksmith, you'll have 9 DBs left over, so you can cube something. You don't start getting Death's Breath again until level 61. That's the Reaper of Souls expansion. And then you can cube a second item if you want. But I like to save my 5 DBs for weapons. So if I'm leveling, well, shields are weapons, so I guess that counts. You can do that. So when you're leveling, you know what I mean? The weapons, like if it was your main-handed weapon, it's going to severely hurt your damage. Gear, not so much. It's just like a stat stick. But your weapon would really hurt your damage. So for instance, if you were to get a Cam's Rebuttal or something like that, or that's not a good weapon. If you were to get like a Khan's Leniency, right? Then you can put that in the cube and save your DBs for weapons. Long story short, it's way more important than armor. Just hold on to the armor. It's not a big deal. You don't really die while leveling. If you're dying while leveling, you need to like lower the difficulty. It's way too strong for you, right? If you guys can think of anything I forgot, definitely include it in the comments below. It will help lots of people looking to get a good start next season or looking to cultivate their own strategies. Like, do you guys go to campaign mode and get Leorg's Crown? You know, let us know in the comments below. It'll help someone out. That's going to be all for me today. Follow me at twitch.tv/bloodshed. I'm going to go crazy on Season 12. We're all super hyped, super excited, and I'm finally happy to be able to share this with you guys without fear of hopefully it getting hot fixed or anything like that. So this is the Bloodshed, and I'm out of here. Peace. This ending's getting a little corny. Peace.